Tonight's Big Impacts Research takes us to College Park, where one of the newest research facilities on Tonight's Big Impacts Research takes us to College Park, where one of the newest research facilities on campus, the E.A. Fernandez Idea Factory, is home to Maryland's Robotics Center, a multi-purpose lab where students and faculty design, build, test, and experiment with a range of robots, including Spot, the robotic dog, and Husky, a four-wheel mobile platform. The center also supports research on autonomous navigation from drones to unmanned scooters as part of the lab's goal of inspiring innovation.
My name is Priscilla, and I'm currently a master's student at the Spatial Department of Bioengineering here at the University of Maryland. Welcome to Ask an Engineer, a series where current Maryland engineers address engineering questions inspired by pop culture references. I'm sure you've seen scenes like this before. An open flame activates all the sprinklers in the room. Or maybe someone pulls the fire alarm and the sprinklers drench the area. Or just maybe, someone remotely activates the sprinkler system to rid the building of a pesky demogorgon. In reality, that's not how sprinkler systems work. Let's talk to an expert.
My name's Ken Isman. I'm a clinical professor here in the School of Engineering in the Department of Fire Protection Engineering. Well, when it comes to fire sprinkler systems in films and TV, they get many things wrong. They frequently show the idea that when one sprinkler opens, all of the sprinklers in the building open. They frequently show a little puff of smoke setting off a fire sprinkler, which can't happen. That's not how fire sprinklers work. So they give the public a real incorrect image about the way fire protection systems and mostly fire sprinkler systems work. In this clip from the office, for example, we've got candles scattered around the room. There is a little bit of heat from a candle, but it's not enough to set off a fire sprinkler, even a bunch of candles. The average candle gives out between 75 and 80 watts in heat energy, and so I did a quick calculation, and it would take roughly 350 to 400 candles, all directly under the sprinkler to generate enough heat to open a sprinkler. And it's just impossible to get that many candles that close to a fire sprinkler. So in this clip from Stranger Things, the character sets off the fire sprinkler system through a connection with the fire alarm system.
And splash.
And that's not traditionally how fire sprinkler systems work. Fire sprinkler systems have been around for about 140 years, and they've always just used the heat from the fire to trigger the sprinklers, and we have not used any kind of interconnection with other types of detection systems. We had a standard glass bulb pendant sprinkler that we shot at 2100 frames per second. What's going to happen here, as the flame heats up the fluid in the bulb, the fluid's going to expand, and when it gets to the point as it expands that the glass can no longer contain the fluid's going to break the glass bulb, and that glass bulb is holding a little cap and preventing water from flowing, and as soon as that glass bulb breaks, the cap is going to be released by the water pressure. Lots of people ask the question, what is the fluid that's in the glass bulb? And it's just a sugar solution. We found that sugar solutions expand and contract in very predictable ways in response to temperature. And so we take advantage of that by using a sugar solution in the bulb. People have asked, how do you make sprinklers that can react at different temperatures? And with the glass bulb sprinklers, they actually use the same sugar solution, just with different color food dye in them. And they heat up the fluid to a different temperature when they load it in the bulb. And then as it cools down, it contracts and leaves a little bit of an air bubble. And then they seal the bulb shut. And that allows the sprinkler to activate at its activation temperature.
We've learned that not all sprinklers in a system will open when a single one is activated. So if you're looking to cool off, you might just want to go to a pool instead. Sprinklers can't be activated by a puff of smoke. They're only activated when the fluid in the bulb heats up enough for the bulb to break. Until next time, Ask an Engineer fans, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when the next episode drops. In the meantime, you can learn more about Maryland engineering at eng.umd.edu.
Have you ever wondered how a spacecraft travels through space? Once it leaves Earth, then what? Can you really zip and zoom through space like a fighter pilot? Can you really travel at the speed of light, or even ludicrous speed? Hi, and welcome back to Ask an Engineer. I am Lindsay Newman, a fire protection engineering student here at the University of Maryland. In this episode, we'll talk with Dr. Jared Young about all things propulsion.
Hi, my name is Jared Young, and I'm a lecturer with the Keystone program here at the University of Maryland. I teach space systems design, as well as space propulsion power. My grandfather worked at NASA Goddard, so I already had a love of space from that. I was about 4 or 5 years old. I really got into Star Trek. So when other people were saying, I want to be a basketball player, I want to be a fighter pilot, I was like, I want to be a propulsion engineer. In terms of propulsion systems, you're limited based on what you can bring with you and be very efficient with how you're using it. So for most people, when they envision space travel, they envision big rockets, flames, and the space shuttle or the SLS just lifting up. Where I come in as a propulsion engineer, I'm like, hey, are there ways that we can make propulsion systems more efficient? One of these many answers is electropropulsion. And so I work with what are known as electrostatic thrusters, which take an inert gas like argon or xenon, and we basically turn it into a plasma. We put it into an electromagnetic field, and we introduce high energy electrons into the gas and generate thrust with that. The advantage is that whereas chemical propulsion will only last for 5 or 10 minutes, electrical propulsion systems like that can last for years. This clip from Star Wars Squadrons, love that game, involves TIE fighters and TIE interceptors, but the TIE stands for twin ion engine. But with a real ion engine, you're not generating that much acceleration. So even just the act of making that turn you see at the beginning of the clip would be practically impossible for it without some type of supplement, like a chemical rocket or something like that, because you just can't go from one direction into another direction like that immediately in space. That comes from dogfights from World War II, Vietnam era. All these sci-fi shows from like 70s, 80s, 90s that use fighters and capital ships and whatnot is all from World War II naval doctrine. The Orville, which is a huge love letter to Star Trek, has a variation of what's known as the Alcubierre drive. The Alcubierre drive generates a bubble around the object in space. The advantage is that you can move great distances without breaking relativity. Is that as you're forming this bubble, space is moving around the bubble while you're standing still. In the show, it looks like you're just stretching out into warp or whatnot. But in reality, it's basically moving you along space as if you were just a zipper. Science fiction as a whole really inspires engineers and says, hey, we saw this thing on TV, it's really cool, maybe we can make it.
Well, traveling at the speed of light seems like a stretch. It turns out that doing a trench run in space may be a little more difficult than previously thought. Still, the force is strong. Thanks for tuning in to Ask an Engineer. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when the next episode lands. If you have ideas for future episodes, leave them in the comments below. In the meantime, you can learn more about Maryland engineering at eng.umd.edu.
The idea was basically to 3D print an entire soft robotic hand, if you will, to be able to play Nintendo, and specifically to be able to beat the first level of Super Mario Bros. On the original Nintendo Entertainment System. In the last 10 years or so, there's been this new development of a different class of robots, and these are called soft robots. Instead of working by using electricity and maybe hard materials, these soft robots use basically fluids like air or water, and they have soft, flexible materials that they can use to be able to move or bend or reshape in ways that are essentially impossible to do using conventional robotics. So normally, if you wanted to be able to play Nintendo with a soft robotic hand, you would need a separate control line connected to every one of these fingers. But what's special about this is we designed special types of fluidic transistors. And so these fluidic transistors have certain properties so that they only actuate if it hits a certain pressure. And so using that strategy, going from a low pressure to a medium pressure to a high pressure, and then turning off the pressure, just with a single pressure line, we can play the entire first level of Super Mario Bros. On the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Like controls check, alternator check.
Release the brakes. Let's do it.
There's really nothing like being in the sky. It's this feeling of just looking at the world and experiencing it from a different perspective.
Pilot squad traffic, Warrior 43460 left downwind.
One of the biggest challenges that pilots face is the number of things that are going on in the cockpit.
All right, now give me a left turn.
You're tracking your airspeed, your altitude, all of the flight instruments, how the engine is doing. As more complexities emerge, stress increases for the pilot, especially when there might be a degraded visual condition. It's a lot easier for mistakes to happen.
Now the major developments late today in the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash investigation.
The veteran pilot may have been disoriented in the fog.
They say that he couldn't perceive up from down.
Divers today found the bodies of John Kennedy, his wife, and her sister in the wreckage of his plane.
Spatial disorientation. Spatial disorientation.
According to the FAA, it causes 5 to 10% of all general aviation accidents, 90% of which are fatal.
Traditionally, pilots fly aircraft using their vision as well as their equilibrium. Now, sometimes there may be a discrepancy between what the pilot feels and what the instruments are indicating to the pilot. And this creates a dangerous scenario called spatial disorientation. What if we could use more senses in order to overcome this phenomena and increase the safety of flight?
We should test haptic and visual first. Our lab is called Extended Reality Flight Simulation Control. We'll start with the baseline. You use visual only, and you rely on the indicators in front of you. Visuals take some time, like to process what are you seeing. Audio takes some time, what are you listening to. But haptics are perceived to our brains in a faster way than other cues. So we tell the pilot how to fly using the sense of touch. You have to stay within the inner core for the scoring time. We start with the easy patterns and increase the difficulty based on the performance from the pilot. We do the first trials with vision.
Okay, ready.
And then we degrade the vision using goggles. And then we go with the blindfold. You will not be seeing the screen. When we go to the haptic and audio, we're expecting you still be inside the inner core. After we do this experiment, we go over the simulators. try to create a very immersive flight simulation environment for pilot training. So, what do you see now?
I'm in the cockpit and I have a heads-up display in front of me.
We have access to multiple flight simulators.
Right, motion base is on.
We can recreate a wide range of flight conditions.
In the clouds or at night or where there is no visual reference outside.
Now I have no visibility in this cloud. It's very disorienting without the environmental cues. I'm pretty much relying on the instruments as well as the audio and haptic cues.
Imagine that the aircraft is rolling to the right and it should not. Then the pilot will feel a haptic sensation on the left shoulder to indicate that they should be rolling back to the left. If the aircraft is banked pretty steeply to the right, then the sensation will be pretty strong.
I'm feeling haptic input now on my left shoulder, and it's more intense now. It's definitely helpful now that I can't see anything anymore. We use 3D audio cueing to deliver audio cues that also correspond to the same control input that has to be made. Now that I'm in this left bank, I have a really intense right cue on my right ear, so it's a really high frequency. The audio cues match the haptic cues pretty well with respect to intensity and frequency.
It was really surprising for us to see that the pilots actually reacted faster using haptics rather than vision only. Whenever they were flying at night or throughout the clouds, they relied on haptic feedback to hold attitude. And hearing from the pilot the fact that they weren't relying on vision anymore to fly was both surprising and particularly pleasing, because it meant that these ideas actually turned out to be useful.
We got it. We can fly by feel, just relying on our haptic feedback.
Hopefully one day we'll be able to collaborate with the industry to actually make these ideas into reality and practical applications.
It's just incredible. We can do extraordinary things.
Tonight's Big Impact Research takes us to College Park, where students and faculty utilize the Maryland Advanced Fabrication Lab's state-of-the-art equipment to support research and innovation. From laser cutters capable of cutting steel to liquid resin 3D printers, researchers have the tools to take their ideas from concept to fully functional product. The lab is one of a community of campus maker spaces that has earned Maryland recognition as one of the nation's best maker schools.
Good morning, families and friends. I'm Dr. Kay Brubaker, Professor of Civil and Environmental Engineering and Director of the Maryland Water Resources Research Center. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you to our graduate commencement ceremony. Before we begin, a few announcements. Please locate your nearest exit. Emergency exits are located on the arena, ground, lobby, and concourse levels. In the event of an emergency, please stay calm and walk, do not run, to your nearest exit. Restrooms are located on either side of the concourse level. Please note that the University of Maryland is a smoke-free campus. A professional photographer will photograph each graduate as they walk across the stage, and each graduate will be contacted about those photos. Please help us celebrate our graduates on social media by posting and using the hashtag #ClarkSchoolGrads. We'll begin the ceremony in 10 minutes. We ask everyone to take their seats. Our ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Please take your seats. Thank you. At this time, please rise for the national anthem. Please be seated. Graduates, families, friends, and honored guests, please direct your attention to the video screens.
Graduates, families and friends, faculty and staff, and distinguished guests, welcome to the commencement ceremony of the A. James Clark School of Engineering, the best school at the University of Maryland. I am Samuel Graham, the Dean of the Clark School. On behalf of our faculty, staff, and supporters, we are honored and privileged to join you in celebrating the accomplishments of our graduating class. Now, please join us in acknowledging three important groups of people. Graduates, please help me in thanking your families and friends. They're an important part of our larger community, and our families and support networks are essential to our growth and success, and I'm sure they played a key role in you being here today. Let us give them a well-deserved round of applause. If you're a University of Maryland or A. James Clark School alum, please stand and be recognized. Welcome home. Finally, if you're an active duty or retired service member or a first responder, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your service to our state and to our nation. Now, graduates, two Clark School alums have won the National Medal of Technology and Innovation, the nation's highest honor for technological achievement. Those were Jong H. Kim, for whom the Kim Building is named, and Robert E. Fischel, for whom the Clark School's Bioengineering Department and the Institute for Biomedical Devices are named. I believe that one of you has the chance to be the Clark School's third recipient of this medal. You're sitting here in the room today. One of you will lead a major company, a national laboratory, an engineering school, or an institute. And based on the research you have already done, one of you will design a solution to one of society's greatest challenges. You will bend the curve of the trajectory that we're currently on and benefit millions and make our planet a better place to live. What you have accomplished in earning a graduate degree is a remarkable testament to your desire to know more, achieve more, and make contributions through your deeper knowledge of science and engineering. And today is about celebrating you, what you have achieved, and what is yet to come. We ask you to push yourselves beyond what you thought was possible and push the boundaries of scientific understanding. We ask you to develop a deeper knowledge of engineering and make fundamental discoveries to help us advance our field. We ask you to walk into gray areas of our understanding of problems of today and define the cutting edge. We do this because it's what society asks of engineers. When there are opportunities or obstacles, engineers are among the first people society calls on. Society cannot grow and change without engineers paving the way. In terms of all we asked of you and all that you asked of yourselves, you have succeeded. You began your graduate studies with a set of ideas. You refine those ideas and refine them again, defining where you would make your contribution. And because of your focus and your persistence, you leave the Clark School, having advanced technological innovation in your chosen field, providing society with a new set of tools to better itself. With a network of advisors and colleagues bound together by your journey through this process, relationships that will last you a lifetime. And with an understanding that engineering solutions must meet our needs in terms of diversity and complexity of our society, I hope that you will be ambassador to grow that approach in your profession. I applaud you, your family, our faculty, staff, and supporters. We're excited to see what you will undoubtedly do. Keep pushing fearlessly forward. Now I am pleased to introduce our guest speaker, Ratan Kosa, a proud TERP alum in structural engineering. You can read more about today's speaker in your program. In 1981, Ratan founded Cisco Incorporated, a leading post-tensioning and barrier cable supplier for commercial construction buildings. He currently serves as President and Chief Executive Officer. His company is one of the most respected and successful in its industry. He serves on the India-U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the Entrepreneurship Advisory Board for the University of Chicago Booth School of Business. In addition to his engineering degree from the University of Maryland, he holds an MBA with concentrations in finance and marketing from the Booth School, a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from the University of Rajasthan, and a Bachelor of Science from the University of Jammu and Kashmir. Please welcome Ratan Kosa.
They just increased my height and forced the homework. Dean Graham, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, parents, and you, graduates. Graduates, congratulations. It's a big day for you. No more all-nighters or soggy noodles. no more midterm or final exams. You did it. Parents, it's a big day for you too. No more writing tuition checks. Instead, you can look forward to your daughter or son moving back into your homes. I'm deeply honored by this invitation. It's great to be back on the campus. I'm a proud graduate of the Clark School of Engineering. I sat where you sit today, a different building though, figuratively. I want to tell you 3 stories of my failure, mental well-being, taking risk. Thereby, I want to inspire you as you start a new chapter tomorrow. First, on failure. As a civil engineering graduate, I was rejected for a job in my hometown in spite of me having the highest rank. While working in another part of India, I was discriminated again for not being from the local community. Being unhappy, I decided to make my future in America. This great university offered me a research fellowship. Due to the foreign exchange crisis at the time, I had to leave India with only $8 in my pocket. Landing in front of what is called Stamp Now, I had only $3.75. After a cup of coffee and a donut, my liquid assets dropped to $3.25. I had hoped that there'll be a fellowship check for me, but the school was closed for Labor Day. In the very first meeting, my advisor, Professor Conrad Hines, was shocked to learn that I had absolutely no knowledge in computers. So I had to take beginners and advanced computer courses in the very first semester. I struggled, but I got through. 1 month before graduation, the job I had accepted was canceled. So on the graduation day, I had $60, no job, 1 week to vacate the apartment. So I thought, that I would be homeless. I entered the post-tension industry with zero prior knowledge. I lost my job several times. An executive who had given me 3 quick promotions fired me 2 weeks before graduation from Booth School of Business. About business school, Northwestern rejected me once, Booth School rejected me twice. Undeterred, I applied 3rd time to Booth School. I got in. Time became tight. In the very first course, I scored D, which landed me on probation. I was headed to another D in the second course. I dropped out. I came back and graduated. The reality is that I failed and failed again and again. But I never gave up. I never complained. I had to figure it out each time. You too will fail at some point. Until you give up, you have not failed. Failure is just a bump in the road of life. It's an opportunity to learn and then excel. No matter what hardship you face, you can always find a solution if you put your mind to it and try again and again. Thomas Edison had more than 1,000 attempts unsuccessful attempts before inventing the light bulb. Failure will test you, and it's up to you to overcome it and succeed on risk-taking. After getting fired, I secured a much higher position and quickly rose to Chief Operating Officer. I found out within 3 weeks that the owner was committing several frauds. I resigned. I had to stand up for my values and ethics. That was 1980-81, and the country was in the second worst recession. I could not find a job. I didn't have the guts to start a business. But so out of desperation, I did start a business in the basement of our house with lifetime savings of $44,000. Everyone seemed to think and was confident that I was crazy, an idiot, and out of my mind to start a manufacturing company in the basement, and that too in worst recession. This is our 43rd year. We're number 1 in 22 states that we operate in. Our manufacturing plant is considered the best in the industry. Since we share profit with our employees, we have made our employees financially very well off. We have earned a profit every year. The success of the company has created jobs in America, both at our company and at our suppliers. It has enabled me to make a difference in the lives of thousands through my philanthropic initiatives. All of this would not have been possible without taking a risk. You must take risks. Most big successes have been achieved by taking risks. You build self-confidence. You create an opportunity for personal growth. You develop more creativity. Step outside your comfort zone and embrace uncertainty. Do not focus on fear. Do not focus on failure. Dream big and believe in yourself. On mental well-being, that no one wants to talk about. In January 2020, all of us at Cisco Inc. were feeling good about strong backlog of business. Soon, COVID was gaining momentum. Over the next 3 years, we faced tsunamis of all types of difficulties. Many times, we thought we'll go out of business in spite of the strong order book. Apart from physical health, we paid special attention to the mental well-being of employees. But through it all, I did not pay attention to my own mental well-being. While my mind stayed distracted, constantly under worry, one day I got out of the car and hit my head against the ceiling of the car. Soon thereafter, I was in an emergency room with head concussion, also called subdural hematoma. The surgeon told me that there was a 30% chance of death. We still set records for all those 3 years that I couldn't have taken with me. I do not know how many of you faced and struggled through COVID-induced challenges, but you're all here. In the future, you will have some bad days. You will face anxiety. You will not get what you want. It will be mentally challenging, but you're not alone. We all worry. As Samir Chopra wrote, to be anxious is to be human. To be human is to be anxious. Connect and reach out to others, whether you are in the giving or receiving end of comfort. If it rains tomorrow, if it is cloudy and stormy tomorrow, sunshine will follow. Lastly, we live in a land of opportunity and possibilities. The country is waiting for you to shine. If that kid could do with just $3.75 in his pocket, you all can do even greater things. I congratulate you again, wish you well, and have a wonderful future. God bless you.
Thank you, Ratan, for those words of encouragement and inspiration. It's now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Devansh Rastogi, who graduated with a PhD in chemical engineering in December 2023. Rastogi works at the University of Delaware, focusing on particle deposition inside 3D printed structures for pulmonary drug delivery and particle capture technology. During his doctoral studies, Rastogi focused on aerosols, particle visualization, and particle capture technology. His findings have been published in various peer-reviewed journals. In addition to his research, Rastogi took on a leadership and mentorship role, guiding high school, undergraduate, and graduate students, and received recognition and awards for teaching and research. He hopes to pursue a career in industry focusing on technology development and particle and surface engineering. Please welcome Devansh Rastogi.
Good afternoon, faculty members, proud families, honored guests, and incredible graduating class of 2023 and 2024. As we stand here today, on the brink of a new chapter in our lives, it's not just the end that we celebrate, but a new beginning. Terps, you have been phenomenal, and you have made it here after years of rigorous coursework, solving challenging problems, and taking up mentoring students while also being mentored by exceptional faculty members. You have learned to adapt, to stay grounded, and to sail through treacherous waters. Cheers to your efforts and grit that has made all the difference. That is the kind of determination this problem-solving graduating class was made for. Terps, today is your day. It's time for a celebration, a moment to toss your caps high and fully embrace this incredible milestone. This campus has been more than just a place of learning for me. It has been a hub of cherished memories, lifelong friendships, and countless opportunities to grow through trial and error. While I could regale you with countless such memories from my time here, I don't want to overshadow the joy and excitement of this occasion. Instead, let me briefly talk to you about 3 valuable lessons that have profoundly impacted my journey as a Terp. Embracing help and kindness. This was back in August of 2019, when I stepped into the US as a newly admitted grad student. I was welcomed and received by a group of UMD volunteers at the IAD airport. I, being a shy and introverted person, didn't have a habit of venturing into the unknown. Coming to the US was a big step, and these volunteers ensured that we had all the support and help that I needed. At the airport, I met another fellow grad student from India who found himself in a predicament of being without an accommodation for the next 2 days. This person approached me with a smile and told me about the pickle of a situation he was in. I offered to share my room with him for the next 2 days, and this forged a lasting friendship and taught me an important lesson about compassion and resourcefulness. In the times of uncertainty, it's crucial to remember that there's no shame in seeking support or lending a helping hand. It is these small gestures that can make a world of a difference and also foster meaningful connections. The power of contribution. This was back in 2020, when COVID hit. Many of us felt isolated, and we questioned our choices. Like many, I myself was far from my family, and my research on environmental aerosols came to a halt, deemed non-essential. Discouraged, I could have focused on the limitations, but then I saw an opportunity. A group of researchers at School of Public Health needed volunteers to help understand how COVID spread. Despite the fear and uncertainty, I knew I had to contribute. And this decision led me to work along with frontline researchers, collecting samples from infected individuals. It was a crash course on airborne disease transmission. And we were a team of researchers facing the unknown together, and we were protected by rigorous safety protocol. But it was a challenging time with doubt creeping in occasionally. The thought of making a difference kept me going. This experience fueled my mentorship and collaboration, and it added a new door to my scientific journey. I discovered a new field, a phenomenal lab that was focused on airborne disease transmission, and a privilege of contributing to research that was focused on understanding COVID. And this brings me to an important point, that we are all resourceful enough to help those around us. And it doesn't have to be financial. Giving people your time, that is volunteering, or sharing information with them, that could be as simple as pointing them in the right direction, can mean a lot to others. Lifelong learning and humility. As graduates, we embark on a journey of lifelong learning, one that extends far beyond our academic pursuits. Mentoring high school students turned out to be one of the most rewarding experiences I have had during my grad school. Thanks to my advisor, Dr. Akuya Asavuku, and the Department of Chemical Engineering for providing such opportunities. The insightful questions of students challenged my way of thinking about research more than any problem I have ever faced. This made me realize something profound, that explaining concepts in a clear and accessible way to students is important. And it is as important as the groundbreaking research. Science is an ever-evolving journey. We may be experts in our field, but we are students at heart. Sharing information with others, from curious teenagers to interested relatives, is essential. It pushes us to refine our understanding and keeps us open to new ideas. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. And the constant evolution of fields from aerosol science to artificial intelligence suggests that fundamental engineering principles can be applied to problems of tomorrow. As we embark on our individual paths, let us carry forward these lessons with us. Let us seek guidance when needed, to extend a helping hand to those in need, and to approach each day with curiosity and humility of a lifelong student. Together, as TERPs, let us strive to make our mark on the world, not just as engineers or scientists, but as compassionate and empathetic human beings. Before I conclude, I want to take a moment and thank our faculty members here who have nurtured our passions, to the staff who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes, and to our loved ones who have stood by us every step of the way. And to you, my fellow graduates, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. As we step into the future, let us do so, knowing that we have the power to shape a better world, with one small act of kindness, one moment of learning, and one connection at a time. Congratulations, class of 2023 and 2024.
Thank you, Devansh. We wish you success and are proud that you represent the University of Maryland and the Clark School of Engineering. Encouraging graduates to become active alumni. That is something that we all want to do. And thank you for talking about the connection that you have with this family here. We want you to become part of a much bigger family. We hope that you will stay involved and come home to the Clark School for reunions and campus events and to advise other students. I would like to introduce you to two people that will help you stay connected. Jeffrey Karseski, a 1988 nuclear engineering graduate and president of our Engineering Alumni Network. Jeffrey, please stand. And Heather Medina, our Director of Alumni Engagement and Outreach. Heather, please be recognized. Your relationship with the Clark School is lifelong, and Jeffrey and Heather can help you stay involved with social service and professional development opportunities at every stage of your career. I also encourage you to join the University of Maryland Alumni Association. Joining the association and the Engineering Alumni Network will help keep you in community with the Clark School and your peers, and connect you with programming for new graduates just like you. And now the moment that you have been waiting for. It's time to recognize our graduates and award your degrees.
We'd like to see lots of photos celebrating our grads, so please post to Instagram, Twitter, and more, and use the hashtag #ClarkSchoolGrads. Will the Doctor of Philosophy candidates and their advisors please come forward? Approaching the platform are the candidates to be hooded. Dr. Min Woo, Associate Dean of the Clark School, representing the Graduate School, will present the candidates.
Dean Guan, in accordance with the recommendations of the faculty of the Graduate School, I request that you recognize those graduates who has successfully completed all requirements for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I am pleased to accept the faculty's recommendation and am honored to recognize those candidates who have completed all requirements for the Doctor of Philosophy degree.
Dewansh Rastogi, advised by Dr. Akuya Asauku. Eric Scott Fritzel, advised by Dr. Christine Hartzell. Minwook Chang, advised by Dr. Kenneth Yu. Cole Edward Souza, advised by Dr. Stuart Lawrence. Jiao Jie Chen, advised by Dr. Guangbin Li. Kungi Zhang, advised by Dr. Qingbin Kui. Yu Wang, advised by Dr. Qingbin Kui. Abdulmajid Erfani, advised by Dr. Qingbin Kui. Gaurav Murali Iyer, advised by Dr. Chen Zhang. Nathan Johnson, advised by Dr. Paul Albertus. Eric Alvaro Carmona, advised by Dr. Paul Albertus. Jerry Lee Carson, advised by Dr. Raymond Sedbick. Joel Anthony McQuaid, advised by Dr. Christopher Brem. Sparge Ganju, advised by Dr. Christoph Brem. Syed Mohammed Abdullah Al-Hasnini, advised by Dr. Christoph Brem. Sharan Harish Nayak, advised by Dr. Michael Ott. Mrinlaguda Patil, advised by Dr. Anudab Datta. Kushik Marepali, advised by Dr. James Bader. Anjanaka Dihara Harath Mudiyan Selage, advised by Dr. James Bader. Nicholas Michael Limparis. Jaina Jasmine Linruns, advised by Dr. Peter Sanborn. Courtney Deshawn Johnson, advised by Drs. Helima Aranda Espinosa and Dr. John Fisher. Dinara Konakbayeva, advised by Dr. Amy Carlson. Wright Kingi Makambi, advised by Dr. Amy Carlson.
Harrison Friedrich Kraus, advised by Peter Kofinas. Emily Gibson, advised by Dr. Michelle Bensi. Joy Shen, advised by Dr. Michelle Bensi. Ziyua Liu, advised by Dr. Michelle Bensi. Weiran Zhang, advised by Dr. Chunsheng Wang. Zeiyi Wang, advised by Dr. Chunsheng Wang. Imaya Muriyansagada Karunatilake, advised by Dr. Jonathan Simon.
No, go with your first one. No, you You just stay there. She'll bring them to you.
Sai Nikhil Subraveti, advised by Dr. Srinivasa Raghavan. Usman Amin Fiaz, advised by Dr. John Barras. Nariman Torkzaban, advised by Dr. John Barras. Amulia S. Tirumalai, advised by Dr. John Barras. Joseph John Whitmore, advised by Dr. Raymond Adomaitis and Dr. Chen Zhang. T. Xia, advised by Dr. Cheng Gong. Sai Tejaswini Pamuru, advised by Doctors Ahmet Adilek and Alan Davis. Yas Alapata Rajapaksha Siriwadena, advised by Dr. Carol Espy Wilson. Tilini Desanayake, advised by Dr. Taylor Wool. Ali Sheikh Bahai, advised by Dr. Mohammed Sharif Agur. Neoma Maxine Ugwu, advised by Dr. Deb Niemeyer. Devora Rivka Khan, advised by Dr. Greg Duncan. Sydney Young, advised by Dr. Greg Duncan. Annalise Drexler, advised by Dr. Eris Christou. Wei Di Yin, advised by Dr. Jin O Han. Gilad Nave, advised by Dr. Patrick McCluskey. Wirakun Lusit Wirakun, advised by Dr. Nikhil Chopra. Gurtaibir Singh Her, advised by Dr. Nikhil Chopra. Kevin Nathan Chiu, advised by Dr. Mark Fuge. Sangeet Balakrishnan, advised by Dr. Peter Chung. Harsimranjit Singh, advised by Dr. Michael Ohadi. Jing Xia, advised by Dr. Shuvra Bhattacharya and Dr. Rong Chen. Hunter Michael Kippen, advised by Dr. Dana Dachman-Soled. Fengyu Liu, advised by Dr. Yane Chembo. Minwook Ha, advised by Dr. Yan K. Chembo. Guangyao Shi, advised by Dr. Pratap Tokekar. Kelly Margaret Weber, advised by Dr. Alisa Klein. Lavan Tejabura, advised by Dr. Cynthia Cirillo. James George Shamul, advised by Dr. Xiaoming He. Elisa Melody White, advised by Dr. Xiaoming He. Fei Wu, advised by Dr. Paul Schoenfeld. Timothy Grady Dunlap, advised by Dr. Gang Chu. Shotik Mukherjee, advised by Dr. Betash Babadi. Sammy Kara, advised by Dr. Nuno Martens. Chen Bai, advised by Dr. Jonathan Katz. Richmond Wong, advised by Dr. Ichiro Takeuchi. Dylan Jesse Kirsch, advised by Dr. Ichiro Takeuchi. Yudong Lee, advised by Dr. Gottlieb Erlein. Si Chao Chan, advised by Dr. Dongxia Liu. Shuke Li, advised by Dr. Liangbing Hu. Lei Pan, advised by Dr. Shuvra Bhattacharya. Minji Ju, advised by Dr. Betash Babadi. Janaka Singha Bahu, advised by Dr. Aliriza Khalig. Sajani Palagoda Vitana, advised by Dr. Senur Ulukus. Kautilya, advised by Dr. David Jacobs. Andrew Tyler Goffin, advised by Dr. Howard Milchberg. Mohammed Habibur Rahman, advised by Dr. Ido Wax. Guojian Zhu, advised by Dr. K.J. Ray Liu. Ray Chen Wang, advised by Professor Dinesh Manoka. Omid Aramun, advised by Dr. Gang Chu. Devesh Singh, advised by Dr. Donald Yung. Ling Jae Wang, advised by Dr. Helena Srebrik. Sang Yoon Kim, advised by Dr. Tao Lo.
Will the candidates who are receiving the degree of Master of Science please come forward? Dr. Min Woo, representing the graduate school, will present the graduates.
Dean Guan, in accordance with the recommendations of the faculty of the graduate school, I request that you recognize those graduates who have successfully completed all requirements for the degree of Master of Science.
I am pleased to accept the faculty's recommendation and am honored to recognize those candidates who have completed all requirements for the degree Master of Science.
Aaron Kaya. Adam C. Smith. David Philip Muir. Raymond Michael Squirini. Sarangwa Batumur. Christina Nikiforidou. Leo McClellan Miller. Tamid Sami Rahman. Siriwipa Kama. Thomas Philip DiPietro. Salil Anthra Trudil. Subham Pimple. Kira Ann Cromwell Reed. Anak Dave. Brian Michael Holt. Anik Islam. Kashan Diniz. Jefferson Amhandin Enderhian. Prangel Atre. Henok Gebehu. Arjit Dutta. Malisa Bhavini Jang Bahadur, Esha Chetan Gandhi, Harshul Patel, Kartik Rohit Prajapati, Akshay Rajesh Bagmar, Aurelio Umberto Landaure, Rohan K. Paniker, Avinash Gudipati, Safwan Shafiq Trambu, Yeshwant Kumar Elangovan, Ranghavidra Chari Medoji, Patrick L. Fegali, Shashwat Kumar, Akshay Kumar Kundinya, Sohit Chowdhury Akineni, Shiva Ganapathy Gnana Mallavarjala, Emily Rose Brownfeld, Vin Phyong Le, Lokesh Sangepu, Mohammed Ibad Gandhi-Kota, Sydney Lee Molnar, Vikram Adipudi, Sridhata Ramachandra Chayurulu Satuluri, Jiawei Lao, Xuan Liu, Saeed Saleh Namadi, J.U. Lee, Aji Aishwarya Lakshmi, Ari Anapara, Ayush Verma, Spurthi Reddy Nelakurthi, Tarun Kopisetti, Junior Leonardo Jaramillo, Abram Mulamutil, Mir Nabil Ali, Michael Ludovic Temgua,
Will the Master of Engineering candidates please come forward? Dr. Min Wu, representing the Graduate School, will present the candidates.
Dean Guan, in accordance with the recommendations of the faculty of the Graduate School, I request that you recognize those candidates who have successfully completed all requirements for the degree of Master of Engineering.
I am pleased to accept the faculty's recommendation and am honored to recognize those candidates who have completed all requirements for the Master of Engineering degree.
Akash Parmar, Arshin Nibber, Rohan Dhiranbhai Mehta, Jairaj Avan Kumar Vakil, Jay Bauti Kumar Prajapati, Rishi Hiran Bhatt, Christopher Ree Lingri, Garrett Alexis Hill, John Crine Brick, Vedant Milind Ranade, Jarari Philip Pittman, Connor James Davis, Kesav Rai. Nicole Chang. Lindsay Claire Reiter. Brady Lindemon. Akriti. Shubham Kumar. Achint Rawal. Vipul Ashwin Kumar Patel. Saransh Chauhan. Brittany King. Kushangi Nilpeshbai Patel. Uditraj Singh Ratore. Samyak Jain. Lumi Chinglu Du. Christopher Dominic Pugan. Aparna Das. Ronik Sharma. Kamar Zaman Syed. Chi Fu. Ahmed Ejaz. Usha Sri Alenki. Krishna Prasad Nayani. Jwalant Edulankanti. Varun Chowdhury Malineni. Shravan Kumar Sheri. Justin D. Homik. Gauri Tumpi. Varsha Muralidharan. Kiran Ajit. Arjun Aravind Palat Mitale. Michael Rad. Henry Francis Canova. Thomas Calvin Birney. Jonathan Patrick Morley. Nishant Audeskumar Pandi. Joseph Thomas. Dhruv Sharma. Yashvir Jain. Tarun Padake Putanvitil. Abdul Nur Mohammed. Mayank Yogendra Sharma. Ishan Tarmrakar. Fernando Valenzuela. Julia Macon Kim. Orlandis Devon Smith. Chaitanya Krishna Vadlamudi. Theodexa Kwapong. Anmol Chaudhary. Akarsh Mavi. Tirtesh Shah. Harsh Upesh Kumar Vanasiwala. Divye Raghav. Aman Kumar Sharma. Anshuman Mishra. Hamza Tariq. Zafira Elhum. Nikhil Pulela. Akash Raman. Jarin John Matthew. Pradeep George. Kunal Ram Haryani. Udav Shishodia. Siddharth Sharma. Jamin Ryu. Daniel Fitzgerald Tiber. Ahmad Ayub. Aaron Pierce. Jahangir Abdul Halim. Tanush Babu Alum. Akib Baroda Wala. Sandeep Talu Panahi. Guru Nandhan Apia Dalip Pitambari. Sandeep Sharan Sandil Kumar. Vignesh Ravachandran Radha Krishnan. Surang Sri Hari. Aditya Srinivas Paratasaranti. Pratanav Chandra. Chaitun Kumar Sambhu. Saisuria Sriramoji. Moju. Satish Venapu. Neha Marne. Saksham Verma. Shamsundar Prabhakar Indra. Jayasuriya Suresh. Usnik Singh Chawla. Abhinav Garg. Akaim Shavaz Pierre. Sydney Turner. Neharida Murali. Anurag Busha. Benjamin Hudi Velasco. Shabnam Shake. Krishnan Ayer. Anshul D. Hull. Yichun Chen. Vineet Singh. Kriti Varkur. Ravi Kumar Arvind Bhai Savalia. Vinayaka Javoragi. Naga Venkata Chinta. Regina Hillary Hong. Kathleen Elizabeth Ortel. Anant Chakravarti. Chandan Salil. Prince Kumar Patwari. Swati Tripathi. Vishnav Achutan. I just want to. Okay. Badrina Yaman Raghu Nathan Shrikuman. Srikumar. Harsha Nutalapati. Pavan Sainath Atukuri. Jitesh Majeti. Rashi Sharma. Rishipal Yadav. Anant Verma. Arpit Sharma. Anukriti Singh. Ritvik Arya.
Daniel Asiama. Kiran Suvas Patil. Smith Pramod Dumore. Rishikesh Jadhav. Sachin Velmurugan. Swathi Selvakumaran. Bharath Bashkaran. Johnny S. Antoine. Krishnarjun Pesalal Saravana. Abhijay Kumar Singh. Dhanos Govda. Mudit Nawal Singhal. Ritvik Chaudhary. Abhimanyu Saxena. Vidya Shankar Manju. Kshithi Karnawat. Sanchit Sandeep Kedia. Tanmay Nilesh Haldankar. Shantanu Suhas Parab. Vineet Kumar Singh. Prachi Kiran Shiveshwar. Sanath Rajagopal. Sai Pavan Sidineni. Narayan Ram Narayanan. Sumanth Vakineni. Tamish Javaji. Neil Rakesh Zaveri. Soham Pawaskar. Kanishk Sunil. Darshit Mitesh Kumar Desai. Patrick Dominic Pordy. Shivam Segal. Anirudh Balham. Bharath Chandra Irigredi. Mano Srijan Batula. Balaji Selva Kumar. Ritvik Reddy Karmati. Saketh Narayan Banagiri. Sai Teja Tankasala. Sanjana Ambaz Hagan. Rea Zarskis Joki. Ashrita Chemakura. Sai Teja Jilukara. Dajija Rajeshbhai Patel. Mihir Santosh Jain. Arathi Sudesh. Batul Tayyab Kachwala. Hiti Jagrut Parik. Akshat Ketakumar Shah. Ashrut Pant. Baibab Bibhai Anand. Malhar Girish Atre. Hrishikesh Karanth Puthur. Revanth Ganesh. Sai Pritham Dasari. Meghana Tatolu. Naga Vinila Tumala. Durga Janardana Beta. Venkata Rajendra Prasad Paturi, Venkata Subramania Vishnu Reba Pragada, Tarun Palepu, Indu Lohith Nariseti, Sakumar Reddy Yeduguri, Lohith Dati, Sai Deepak Durgi, Avinash Kola, Dines Rajasekaran, Arshad Basha Shaikh, Suryavadhan Reddy Chapidi, Eshan Parikh, Kaustubh Bhat, Dhruven Patel, Manav Bhavesh Nagda, Deep Kumar Dinesh Shutaria, Revant Hari Narayana Mate, Abhishek Reddy Munangi, Saif Ur Rahman Memon, Ashish Devidas Jadhav, Shail Kirit Kumar Shah, Tarum Sai Reddy Trilokesh, Yashas Rajaram Shetty, Neha Nitin Madhekar, Harshal Larjendra Shirshas, Mackenzie Lane Figur, Erica Taylor Rommel, Adithya Prakash Chaugule, Aditi Arun Boy, Ankur Mahesh Chavan, Krishna Rajesh Hundekari, Samir Arjun Satish, Shivanji Srivastava, Vidhi K, Aparna Gupta, Nikita Ganapati Patil, Guido Ambaz, Twinkle Guerra, Rita Jerop Shaibu, Rashid Kumar Thakur, Bivek Guavali, Kedar Nath Bhat, Naveen Anil, Mainank Sharma, Pawan Kumar Pradhan, Vedang Lad, Abhilash Ramesh Kamtam, Ronak Shah, Sahil Shah, Surendra Babu Saja, Umesha Banerjee, Asyon Kuyona Tete, Uchena Nineka Mikeolisa, Abhijit Marikal, Sindhura Paduri, Lakshmi Manasa Nitala, Kirthan Mahesh, Samantha Anita Mayer, Sarah Beth Browning, Barrett Boren, Divyansh Srivastava, Yevgeny Nikolaev, Hari Krishna Donthiredi, Surya Vamsi Kaneboina, Vamshi Kalavankuta, Sai Lohith Madala, Venkata Sri Anapu, Rishabh Jain, Shireen Paul Raj, Yusuf Ayele Kebede, Lohith Sai Malik Ravi Teja Madem, Nikhil Bharadwaj Kulkarni, Vinay Krishna Buka, Rohit Reddy Pakhala, Serene Ann Matthew, Rohan Man, Omkar Ashok Chitar, Danashri Chandrakant Dane, Siddhi Umesh Shidruk, Marian Joseph John, Adithya Menon Sanil, Yogeshwar Bharatitasan Kupulakshmi, Srujana Komaravolu, Philip Harrison Cloner, Yas Raj Jain, Kanha Shukla, Harshad Mangalia, Harshit Kumar Rakesh Kumar Panwala, Navya Vishnu Avasarala, Sowika Anjuru, Sinjuja Sane, Akshat Biremhai Mehta, Nayan Belai Bhile, Atul Ravath Rawat, Amog Makaranda Wear Wahare, Mayak Raj, Anuj Zore, Airash Raj Sinha, Jidane Ashok Javanjal,
Will the Master of Professional Studies candidates please come forward? Dr. Wu, representing the Graduate School, will present the candidates.
Dean Guan, in accordance with the recommendations of the faculty of the Graduate School, I request that you recognize those candidates who have successfully completed all requirements for the degree of Master of Professional Studies.
I am pleased to accept the faculty's recommendation and am honored to recognize those candidates who have completed all requirements for the Master of Professional Studies.
Jane Durogoyer, Samina Tasneem Khan, Ritu Arora, Lei Zhang, Terry Wignall, Sleiman Farhat, Mihai German, John Adel Fuad, Brendan Scott Reinke, Kevin Braden Mohan, Anna Hope Kusser, Nikhil Rabindra, April Diane Cruz, Shalini Ravikumar, Kayla Wolf, Gurjot Gill, Eugene Rojas. Yiwat Mesfin. Faith Hannah De Freitas. Brian Doyle. Destiny Jada Chesley. Munya Elnora Bundy. Gabrielle B. Thompson. Phuong Ha Pham. Teresa Anastasio. Huda Khan. Manuvidya Dasari. Terrell Henderson. Sherilyn Pham Brandt. Alexandria Christiane Duruji. Samuel Swen Francis Sawyer. Ahmad Samir Popalzai.
Let's give our graduates a round of applause once again. It is my honor to call you Maryland Engineering alums. Congratulations. As Mr. A. James Clark would often say, this is our home, and we should build it. We encourage you to put those words to work. We challenge each of you to build a better community, state, country, and the world around you. Graduates, once more, please join me in thanking your family and friends for all that they have done to make this day possible. Will the faculty marshals please come and stand in front of the stage? Let's thank them for the key role that they played in today's ceremony. And will the Clark School faculty who are here please rise and be recognized? Please join me in acknowledging our faculty for all that they do for our students. Finally, I would like to acknowledge the Clark School staff. Please be recognized. Our staff work year-round to support our students. Many work for months to make this day a success, and many are working behind the scenes right now. We cannot do this without our staff, and we're grateful to have them, such a professional group that makes the Clark School great. Let's give them yet another round of applause. This ends our ceremony. Once again, congratulations to each and every one of you, and go Terps!
Please stand until the platform party and faculty have left. Best wishes for a safe and happy summer. Congratulations to all our graduates. Thank you everyone for coming.